Have you ever wondered whether someone who lived more than 2,000 years ago could change the way you understand health and life? The man I want to talk about is Hippocrates, the one considered the father of medicine. He not only changed the way people understood medicine, but also left behind timeless philosophies that remain valuable to this day. His principles not only help doctors save patients' lives, but also enable anyone to live a healthier and more meaningful life. Hippocrates was not merely a doctor. He was also a philosopher, a visionary ahead of his time. He believed that health does not solely rely on treatments, but also depends on how we live, how we eat, and how we think. Even in today's modern world, his teachings remain relevant and are widely applied in both medicine and daily life. So, what made Hippocrates a legendary figure in medicine? Which of his ideas have endured strongly to this day? And most importantly, there are 5 immortal quotes that, once understood, will make you perceive life and health in a completely different way. The principles that Hippocrates left behind are not just for doctors or those in the medical field. They are for all of us, people who desire a healthy, balanced, and happy life. Do we truly understand our own health? Are we living according to the principles that can help us have a better life? If you think ancient knowledge no longer holds value, think again. Hippocrates' teachings did not just change medicine, they transformed how people perceive life and death. The principles he established have existed for millennia, forming the foundation of everything we know about modern medicine. And today, numerous scientific studies have proven that what he said more than 2,000 years ago still holds true. Think about how you are living today. Do you truly care about your health? Do you believe that your diet, lifestyle, and mindset affect your health more than you imagine? Hippocrates left us invaluable lessons, and if you apply them, you could completely change your life. You may have never heard of them, but after today, these teachings will change your perspective forever. Let's explore them right now. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. Hippocrates, with his vision beyond his time, introduced a truth that modern science today has only recently confirmed. Food is the source of health, and it can also be the cause of illness if not used correctly. This quote reflects the philosophy that medicine is not just about treating diseases when they occur, but more importantly, about preventing illness from its root cause, which fundamentally comes from daily dietary habits. Look at reality. The human body is a sophisticated biological machine, nourished by what we consume. If the body continuously absorbs processed foods, high in sugar, saturated fats, and artificial chemicals, physiological functions will decline, leading to the emergence of numerous diseases such as obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular conditions, and even cancer. On the other hand, when people nourish their bodies with nutrient-rich foods such as vegetables, fruits, whole grains, omega-3 rich foods, and antioxidants, the body gains the ability to protect itself, fight inflammation, and even heal internal damage. Food not only impacts physical health, but also plays a decisive role in mental well-being and mood. Modern scientific research has shown that a healthy diet enhances brain function, improves memory, and reduces the risk of neurological disorders such as Alzheimer's. Foods rich in B vitamins, magnesium, and unsaturated fatty acids positively influence mood, helping to reduce stress, anxiety, and even depression. This is also why today's nutrition experts advocate for clean, organic foods while limiting industrially processed foods to protect both physical and mental health. Looking deeper, Hippocrates' quote carries a profound philosophical meaning. It raises the question of whether people are truly taking responsibility for their own health. In an age of industrialization, where people rely too heavily on medical treatments while neglecting the role of nutrition, are we unknowingly losing our body's natural ability to protect themselves? Modern medicine does not dismiss the importance of medication, but it emphasizes disease prevention more than ever before. And this principle goes back to the fundamental truth that Hippocrates stated thousands of years ago. Let food be your medicine. History has proven that communities with natural, minimally processed diets, consuming fresh foods, vegetables, and limiting red meat, have significantly lower rates of chronic diseases compared to those with diets high in saturated fats and processed foods. The world's blue zones, regions where people have the highest life expectancy, such as Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, and Ikaria, Greece, share a common trait: a diet based on plant-based foods, olive oil, fresh seafood, and very few industrialized products. Life is short, but the profession is vast. Illness is unpredictable, experience is perilous, and decisions are truly difficult. This quote from Hippocrates does not only refer to medicine, but also reflects a profound truth about life. It emphasizes that human time is limited, while knowledge and professions require continuous learning. At the same time, in the context of medicine, it also warns about the complexity and difficulty of making the right treatment decisions, as each case involves unpredictable variables. Time is one of the irreversible factors in human life. A doctor may spend their entire life studying, but knowledge is vast and constantly evolving. Meanwhile, a patient's life is incredibly fragile, and the decisions a doctor makes can determine whether someone lives or dies. This creates a great responsibility for those in the medical profession who constantly face difficult choices between life and death. The complexity of medicine comes not only from diseases, but also from human factors. Each patient is a unique individual with different physiological conditions, medical histories, and responses to treatment. Therefore, there is no universal formula that applies to everyone. A doctor must continuously accumulate experience, learn from mistakes, and improve their skills to make the best decisions possible. This is the meaning of the phrase, "experience is perilous," that Hippocrates mentioned. Medical experience is gained not just through time, but also through costly mistakes and valuable lessons. Furthermore, this quote can be understood more broadly in various fields beyond medicine. Any profession requires perseverance, continuous learning, and the accumulation of experience to achieve mastery. Important life decisions often do not have absolute answers, and people must accept uncertainty as well as the consequences of their choices. In a world where information and technology are rapidly advancing, this quote remains as relevant as ever. It reminds us that learning never ends, and to achieve success in any field, we need perseverance, patience, and a willingness to face unforeseen challenges. At the same time, it serves as a warning about the responsibility in making important decisions. Every choice has long-term consequences, and the more experience one has, the wiser their decisions will be. Overall, this quote from Hippocrates is not just a guiding principle for those pursuing a career in medicine, but also a profound lesson for everyone. It reminds us of the finiteness of time, the importance of knowledge, and the difficulty of making critical decisions. Therefore, each of us must make the most of our time, continuously learn, and refine our skills to make the best possible choices in life. Disease does not occur randomly. It has its own causes. This statement from Hippocrates is not just a medical viewpoint, but also contains a profound philosophy about life and science. It emphasizes that every phenomenon, including illness, has its own origin and rules. Nothing naturally appears without a cause. Therefore, instead of merely focusing on treating diseases when they occur, people need to understand the underlying causes to prevent and control their health proactively. In modern medicine, this principle plays a crucial role in disease research and treatment. Doctors do not only focus on external symptoms, but also delve into understanding the root causes of illnesses, from genetic factors, living environments, and lifestyles to human psychology. Without understanding the cause, treatment is only temporary and cannot resolve the issue fundamentally. This also explains why today's doctors place great emphasis on preventive medicine, a field dedicated to preventing diseases through nutrition, lifestyle adjustments, and regular health checkups. Illness is not just a result of bacteria or viruses invading the body, but also the body's reaction to harmful internal and external factors. Diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular conditions, and cancer do not arise randomly. They are often the result of prolonged unhealthy lifestyles, poor diet, lack of exercise, chronic stress, and environmental pollution. All these factors contribute to weakening the immune system and creating conditions for diseases to develop. Beyond the medical perspective, this statement carries deep meaning in many other aspects of life. Everything that happens has its cause. Success does not come by chance, but through persistent effort. Failure is not mere bad luck, but stems from certain decisions or circumstances. Recognizing this helps people become more proactive in controlling their lives instead of blaming fate or external factors. Science today has also proven that many illnesses are not only caused by biological factors, but also significantly influenced by psychological aspects. Studies on the relationship between emotions and diseases have shown that prolonged stress can weaken the immune system, increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, and even contribute to cancer. This further reinforces the value of Hippocrates' statement. Understanding the causes of diseases not only helps in treatment, but also allows for prevention and comprehensive health management. From a broader perspective, this quote encourages people to approach life systematically and logically. When facing a problem, instead of only addressing the surface issue, we need to dig deep to understand the root cause. This is also an important principle in scientific thinking and management. Every challenge in life has its origin, and only by identifying the source of the problem can we solve it effectively and sustainably. So, how can we apply this philosophy in daily life? First, we must learn to observe and understand ourselves. Listen to the body, pay attention to the smallest health signals, and adjust our lifestyle accordingly. Be proactive in building a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and managing stress to prevent illnesses from the outset. At the same time, in work and life, always seek to understand the real causes of problems rather than just addressing the superficial symptoms. Hippocrates' quote is not just a guiding principle in medicine, but also a great lesson on how to live and think. When we understand that everything has a cause, we can take better control of our lives, living in a healthier, more proactive, and sustainable way. A physician must first heal himself before healing the patient. This quote from Hippocrates is not only an essential principle in medicine, but also a profound lesson in professional ethics and self-discipline. It emphasizes that before a doctor can treat others, they must first attain a deep understanding, both in medical knowledge and moral character. This is not only a responsibility, but also a crucial part of building trust between doctor and patient. In medicine, a doctor cannot rely solely on knowledge, but must also have dedication, ethics, and strong mental preparedness. A medical professional must cultivate both intellect and character to make the right decisions. If a doctor lacks self-discipline, neglects continuous learning, and fails to uphold responsibility toward patients, they can make serious mistakes, affecting health and even lives. This is why the principle Hippocrates highlighted extends beyond medicine and can be applied to many other fields in life. A great physician does not just rely on book knowledge, but must also continuously learn from real-life experience. The world of medicine is always evolving with new scientific advancements, and if a doctor does not update their knowledge, they may become outdated and unable to provide the best care for patients. Moreover, a great doctor does not just focus on treating illnesses, but also needs to understand the psychology of patients, helping them feel reassured and confident in their treatment. It is empathy, patience, and professionalism that distinguish an ordinary physician from an outstanding one. Looking more broadly, this quote can be applied to all aspects of life. Before guiding, teaching, or helping others, individuals must first cultivate and refine themselves. A great leader does not just give orders, but sets an example for subordinates to follow. A great teacher does not just impart knowledge, but also embodies ethics and a way of life that students can learn from. Parents who wish to raise good children must first nurture themselves to instill the right values in the next generation. Additionally, this quote highlights the importance of physical and mental well-being for those in the medical profession. If a doctor does not take care of themselves, works excessively, neglects their health, and fails to maintain emotional stability, they will struggle to provide the best care for their patients. This also reflects a modern reality where many doctors work in high-stress environments with long hours and heavy workloads. To care for patients effectively, doctors must also maintain balance in their own lives, prioritizing their physical, mental, and emotional health. So how can this philosophy be applied in reality? First, anyone in the medical field must recognize that learning never stops. A doctor cannot rely solely on what they learned in medical school, but must continuously update their knowledge, research, and practice to improve their skills. They must also adopt a humble attitude, be open to listening to patients and colleagues, and continuously refine their abilities. More importantly, they must always uphold ethical standards, never prioritizing profit over the noble mission of medicine to save lives. From a broader perspective, this quote from Hippocrates is a reminder of personal responsibility. Before demanding or seeking to change something in society, individuals must first improve themselves. If everyone strives for self-improvement, lives responsibly, and upholds ethical values, society will become a better place. This is the timeless value of Hippocrates' philosophy, a principle that is not only relevant to medicine, but applicable to every aspect of life. The most important thing is not to cure every disease, but to do no harm to the patient. This quote from Hippocrates is not only a fundamental principle in medicine, but also a profound philosophy of responsibility, ethics, and caution in every decision. It emphasizes that the goal of a physician is not merely to cure illness, but also to ensure that the treatment process does not cause unnecessary harm to the patient. This is a foundational principle that requires doctors not only to possess knowledge, but also to exercise caution and compassion in their practice. One of the most significant aspects of this quote is the balance between benefits and risks in treatment. There is not always a perfectly optimal solution, and sometimes excessive medical intervention can lead to serious side effects. A good doctor is one who assesses a patient's condition comprehensively, not just based on symptoms, but also considering the long-term impact of the treatment method. This is especially crucial in modern medicine, where treatments are increasingly advanced, but also come with many potential risks if not used appropriately. Beyond the field of medicine, this principle holds broad significance in all aspects of life. In management, leadership, or education, hasty decisions can have severe consequences for those affected. A leader, when implementing policies, must carefully consider their impact on employees and the organization. A teacher must not only impart knowledge, but also ensure that their teaching methods do not create excessive pressure, hindering the natural development of students. This philosophy underscores the importance of thinking before acting, ensuring that every decision brings the greatest benefit while minimizing harm. Additionally, this quote reflects the importance of medical ethics in the practice of healthcare. A doctor is not only someone who treats illness, but also a protector of their patients' well-being, demonstrating dedication and professional ethics. This means they should not prioritize financial gain over patient safety or recommend unnecessary treatments solely for profit. Dedication and compassion are essential qualities that help build trust between doctor and patient, creating a safe and responsible medical environment. Furthermore, the principle of do no harm extends to mental health care. A doctor's responsibility is not only to their patient's physical health, but also to their mental well-being. A physician's words, communication style, and attitude can significantly influence a patient's mood, confidence, and even recovery process. A lack of empathy, indifference, or poor communication can increase anxiety and negatively impact treatment outcomes. Therefore, a great doctor is not only skilled in their field, but also knows how to create a positive treatment environment, helping patients feel safe and cared for. From a broader perspective, this philosophy serves as a reminder of personal responsibility in life. Before making an important decision, we must ask ourselves, will this action cause harm to anyone? Could my actions inadvertently hurt others? This is a responsible mindset that helps foster a society where people are conscious of how their choices impact those around them, whether in work, family, or social relationships. This principle remains valuable, encouraging people to act with caution and awareness of long-term consequences. So, how can we apply this philosophy in reality? First, by developing critical thinking and careful consideration in every decision. In medicine, doctors must continually update their knowledge, never ceasing to learn in order to provide the best treatments while avoiding mistakes that could harm patients. In other fields, people should always think carefully before acting, assessing risks and potential consequences before making significant decisions. In conclusion, Hippocrates' quote is not just advice for the medical field, but an ethical principle that can be applied to all aspects of life. It emphasizes that responsibility is not only about treatment, but also about protection, not only about helping, but also about preventing harm. When individuals understand and apply this principle, they contribute to building a more humane society, one where people are not only concerned with their own interests, but are also mindful of how their actions affect others. The philosophy of do no harm from Hippocrates is not just a principle in medicine, but also an essential guideline for life. It serves as a reminder of responsibility, of how we act and make decisions to avoid causing harm to others. In medicine, a great doctor does not only focus on curing diseases, but also ensures that treatments do not lead to dangerous side effects. In life, every individual must be fully aware of the consequences of their actions, ensuring that everything they do brings benefits and does not harm those around them. We live in a world where decisions can have greater impacts than ever before. A single word, a small action, can bring positive change or leave lasting consequences. That is why caution in every decision is something that cannot be overlooked. In the medical field, doctors must constantly ask themselves, is this treatment truly necessary? Is there a safer way to achieve the same effect? These questions not only help reduce errors, but also contribute to creating a more humane medical environment where patients are treated with both knowledge and compassion. Beyond medicine, the principle of do no harm is valuable in education, business, politics, and virtually every other field. An economic policy may benefit one group while pushing another into hardship. An educational method may produce outstanding students, but if not carefully applied, it could stifle creativity and the joy of learning. Thus, the key is not just to achieve success at any cost, but to ensure that the journey toward success does not harm others. Furthermore, this philosophy promotes a more humane approach to interpersonal relationships. Before offering criticism or acting impulsively, we should ask ourselves, will this hurt someone? A careless word can deeply wound another person. A selfish decision can put someone else in a difficult situation. It is important to remember that not only major actions cause harm, sometimes the smallest things can have widespread effects. Applying this principle to daily life, every individual should cultivate caution, empathy, and responsibility in their actions. In work, consider the potential impacts of decisions. In family, listen and understand the emotions of loved ones. In society, contribute to creating a safe environment where everyone feels respected and protected. Overall, the philosophy of do no harm not only helps maintain safety and effectiveness in medicine, but also fosters a more meaningful and responsible way of living. A world where people think before they act, where collective well-being is placed above short-term personal goals, will undoubtedly be a better world. This is the lesson Hippocrates left for future generations. A lesson not just for doctors, but for all of us who seek to live responsibly, ethically, and in pursuit of a better society.